I really wanted to get creative today, and I do feel like it's fun looking around. And this looks interesting too. Again, if you had a good pole, if you have a support, you can do it. A really long pole, um, take the low one or take the high one. You have a pole, you just step, 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 step. But it's dangerous. Anything on a log is dangerous. Um, so, not really finding what I want. It's lots of iffy connections here. Yeah, nature does offer her possibilities, but I'm not her great log spanner. That's not who I am. I'm a poet, not a stuntman. Keep going. And then if I can just see, beautiful though. Thank you, nature. My mom's so sound in her person. The dog is so healthy. Everything's good. You know, there's a local groomer my mom uses. You know, she's kind of an animal whisperer, as they all sort of pretend to be. And I tried to give her some advice with Buddy about what he likes, how to calm her down. But she closed her ears completely. She couldn't even hear what I was saying. Yeah, it's women do that to me all the time. You know, they say they're intuitives. They say they're specialists with animals because women, of course, have that sensitive side. They're psychic. They're intuitive. They know animals. They know babies, but they never listen to me when I talk. I don't think they do have some skills. They can. We all need each other to read body language. So we could always use help, right? You know, I'm not offering her unsolicited advice about her dog. I'm giving her advice about my dog, and she can't take it, right? And that's strange. You're getting very possessive of my animal, right? She couldn't even consider it, and that's fine. I told my mom what to expect. I said, you know, she's not gonna listen, right? And I was right. My mom doesn't understand how well I understand women. I understand pathology, and women have a lot of pathology, so I understand women. Right? Women are mostly psychotic. Now, you know, no feminist is going to admit to that, but you know, humans, men and women, have to be psychotic. It's built right into the language, the laws, the clock, the wages of sin, and everything else. So that's what having a soul is all about, is being psychotic. A soul is psychotic. It's born in hell, right? It's like everywhere it needs to be. We've turned the earth into a hell that we don't like. Hell should be a nice place. You don't have to get rid of hell. You just have to spruce it up a little bit. Well, challenge failed. Did not make it across the river. Now it's for me to go back again, retrace my steps back there, and see if there's anywhere back there I want to cross. I've pretty much satisfied myself there's nothing here, okay, which was my first choice, and I can't make anything. Just man the river. The river's going to go down a bit. I like what I did here, but it's not nearly enough. Unless I start piling up stones, it doesn't really... It's definitely lower than it was yesterday, though. So I know the river's coming down. I know it's going to get easier to cross. And there's one I haven't completely investigated, and that's this one. Right over here. See this log? Right? That goes right there. It's somewhat corrugated. So if you could get onto that, that would be one of the better options, wouldn't it? But how do you get onto it? That's the next step. Let's go check that out. How do you get onto that fucking log? And it's the safest one I've seen, right? And so I'm gonna go check it out. And since the river's low, it'll offer sometimes just an inch, 2 inches lower, exposes paths you might not have had before. Let's see. It doesn't looks a little imposing, doesn't it? Oh, I see. So this log starts over here, so you can actually get on that. You could come across here and cross over there a little bit. Bring a log with you and maybe span that. Or you can just get onto it. I would just sort of maybe scrabble up over here instead of, and then, or you can come, let's get another look here. I was here yesterday and looked at it and looked at it and looked at it. Okay, so here, right? Now I wouldn't have anything in my hands, but I would just quickly step across there. You got something to hold on to. And then you get over there. And then you have to get down the other side. So I'd have to check to see if there's any way you can get down there. Because that's the thing. How do you get from there to there? You know, without getting wet. So I gotta get a better point of view. Oh, okay. So let's see. So if you slide down the side, you got a little bit, and you grab onto there, and then you can get across here. And now going along this, that doesn't look very nice, does it? But again, if I had a nice pole, I'd bring a pole with me. I wouldn't go without a pole. You get to the other side, and once you're there, you're up. No problems. No problemo. And you look at how shallow that is. You know, you think that just has to go down a very little bit, and you can start crossing there. But okay, well, I don't really feel like crossing along there. I think that's probably one of the most dangerous things because I have to, it looks like I'd have to hop onto it, and that's actually not very practical. So there's some ground down there. Let's see. As you come down here, there's nothing really to jump on. And then over here, now remember the tide could come up and eclipse this, but better to get your feet wet going back and going there. And then there's a little bit of land here, and then I could probably jump across there with my shoes on. So, and or I could go across there. So, all right. So I just got to find a branch to take with me, like a pole of some kind. So I'll let you know how it goes when I get to the other side.